There's nothing more special than receiving a beautiful handmade card at Christmas, and in this series I'm going to show you 5 Christmas cards that you can make really quickly that look absolutely beautiful. I love a snowy scene for a Christmas card, so in this episode I'm going to show you how to do this one, which is really quick and really easy. First thing you're going to do is get your card base. So I've got myself a white 5x7 card base. You can buy these ready-made and ready scored, or you can fold your own from a piece of A4 card or US letter size, whatever you prefer. 5x7 half fold card, that's ready to go. Then we just need a piece of green cardstock, which is going to be our backdrop, and that is going to be 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. So this one then is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 in size, and we will eventually stick that on there, so that can go to the side. The next thing we're going to do is cut the trees. Now for the trees, you're going to use this brilliant edgeable that we've got, which is from our Great Outdoors collection, and it's called Alpine Charm. Lovely little tree lined edge, which will give you the appearance of a forest. So this is one of our metal dies again, which will cut the shape when pressure is applied. The raised edge does not cut, it's not sharp, but this raised edge, when pressure applied over a piece of cardstock, gives you the beautiful effect that you're looking for. So we're going to take the piece of card, we're going to take our folder for our Gemini MIDI machine, the cutting folder, and we're going to pop the piece of card inside. Then put your trees over the top. Now you've got choices at this point. You can decide, do you want those trees? Do you want those trees? Do you want these trees? It's entirely up to you. Just position it wherever you feel it's going to give you the maximum joy when you look at it. Once you've got it where you would like it, when it's visually appealing for you, take a little bit of repositionable tape, and we're just going to hold it still on either side, and that just means that you'll keep a nice straight line. Just check that I've got that in the perfect position. So what I want is the bottom of the die running parallel with the bottom of my piece of cardstock. Actually, if you want the trees to be taller, you can put it up there. It's entirely up to you, but I'm going to run it parallel at the bottom. And then keep it still. Same on the other side. And it just reduces the margin of error because it means it doesn't all wiggle about when you put it through. So then we can close our folder, bring in your machine. We're using the Gemini MIDI. Take your folder and run it through. Start it off, and then you can move your hand to the top of the machine and just hold it still while you run that through for a cut. Take it out of that side and then just turn it over and check that you've got it cut all the way through. And I can see there that I have, so I don't need to run this through again. This is a little bit more of a simple die to use, so that makes it easier. So I can pop that down there, move my Gemini MIDI out of the way. Now, remove your repositionable tape. Just take your time when you do this. And then peel your die up from the card. Best to just hold it still or use a little pokey tool, something just to lift it up and lift it away. Once you've done that, you can see that you've then got this beautiful landscape ready to use on your card, where all of the trees are cut out beautifully. So we'll keep that to one side because that's going to go there. So once you've got that ready, we're now going to do our snowy hills that you can see there. And this is just a little bit of freestyling and a little bit of cutting. So you're going to need 3 pieces of card and a pencil. I've already done my hills, number 1, 2 and 3, but I just wanted to show you how I do it. So you can see number 1, 2 and 3 here. Let's put them the right way around. And what I'm doing when I'm drawing these on is I'm going in a different direction. So I've gone top left to middle of the right here at the bottom. So then I've gone the opposite now, from the bottom all the way to the top and then across the middle. And that gives you differentiation when you're layering them up. You'll see when I cut them out what I mean by that. It's very easy. Please don't spend too long trying to work it out. take a pencil lightly, start somewhere, end somewhere. Really quickly, and the quicker you do it, the more effective it will be in terms of providing you that hilly landscape. If you try to put too much effort into it and go really slow, it does never really ends up in quite the same fluid way. So just go really quickly, do your hill and leave it at that. Okay, so once you've done that 3 times, we're going to cut them out. I like a big pair of scissors, I find it easier. So again, these are perfect, have a look on our website. And if you are cutting out a fluid line like this, a big pair of scissors and going right into the jaw of the scissor will make all of the difference, because you can get a fluid line much more easily than you can with a little pair of scissors. So that's the first one, and we'll do the second one, and I'm just following my pencil line. As long as I go underneath the pencil line, it doesn't have to be perfectly on the pencil line. It's a guide, not a rule. Pop those out of the way, and then the same with the last one here. Okay, so I've got my 3 snowy hills, I've got my trees, I've got my card base, and all I really need now are some little snowflakes as an embellishment. So I'm going to use this scrap piece of card that I've got left from doing my trees, and I'm going to take the snowflakes, and this time I'm using the snowflakes from A Christmas Dream. Bring in your piece of card, pop your snowflakes on. Just space them out. Close your folder. Bring your machine in and run them through. Now, because these are very, very detailed, I am going to run these through twice. And just simply belt and braces. There's no reason otherwise. If I pick this up and move it now because there's 4, I don't want them to move. So I'm just going to bring that back as soon as it's gone through, bring it back towards me, and then I know that that will be pretty spot on. Remove your MIDI out of the way. Take your die cut pieces, and you'll see they're inside the little metal dies, like that. Once you've got them there and ready to go, use your pokey tool and just push that through the little release holes at the back, and then gently encourage your snowflake out. It will release really easily. Okay, so now it just leaves us to assemble. I'm going to use both of our tape pens for this, the straight one to stick all the mats and layers, and the dotty one to stick the trees and the snowflakes. So we'll start with the mats and layers. So that's the green piece of cardstock, and that's just applying tape pen to the back. When you're applying tape pen, when you get to the end, always flick to the right or left, whether you're right or left-handed. That cuts the glue. If you get to this point and you pick up vertically, you can stretch the glue out of the tape pen and make it hard to start again. So always doing that little flick at the end just finishes everything off nicely and makes sure that you get longevity out of your tape pen. Make sure your card is opening in the correct direction, and then just layer a green cardstock on there. And then we're going to put our trees in place. So I'm going to use the dotty tape pen for this, and a scrap piece of paper or card. This can be newspaper, old wrapping paper, whatever it is you've got to hand. Don't use your good card. And then with dotty, we're going from the bottom up, just to make sure that we've got all of the little branches of the trees covered. So we go all over the branches, and because this tape is lots of little dots of glue, not one big strip of glue, it means that it only sticks where you put it, and you don't get lots of streaky glue or horrible little gluey splodges sticking out on your project. It's definitely best for doing detail. Then you're just going to choose, do I want my trees near the top? Do I want them down the bottom? Do I want them in the middle? Where are my trees going? I'm going kind of just over halfway up, and I'm going to pop my trees there. So now that I've got that there, I just need to stick my hills in place. So hill number 1 was here, so that's just going to get the tape pen applied, and this is the straight one. The great thing about these trade pens is they will go around a curve beautifully. So first hill is going there, and then my second hill will go here, and my third hill will go here. And then I'm going to put my little sentiment at the bottom. And then I'm going to use my snowflakes. So I've got all of these lovely little snowflakes cut out ready, and we can just start to pop them in place. Now then, you can either use a fine tip glue applicator, and if you don't have one of these, just a little bit of the glue on your craft mat or on a saucer or something like that, and a cocktail stick will do the job for you. I find the little fine tip glue applicator the most precise way of doing it. And then you just go and find where you would like to arrange your snowflakes. Stick that in place. And now, well, you could leave it like that if you like. You put a little bit of glitter on if you want to, or we can just add a little bit of something. So I'm just using our gem pack that we've got here. Look at all of them. That's Christmas in a box, isn't it? And you're going to choose a couple of gems and just add them to the centres of your snowflakes. So you're going to use your fine tip glue applicator again, and this could again be just a bit of that white glue picked up with a cocktail stick if you'd like. There we go. All finished. A beautiful snowy scene which really looks like you've spent a long time and could not be easier.